Well, Ryan, it's obviously a tough watch this evening, but from a player's point of view, how do you feel how it went?
Really disappointed. I felt like from the highs of Saturday to come here, I felt like we came out really flat and we just didn't get going through the whole game. And it's a really disappointing for the fans, because we had a real good turnout, especially with the cold Tuesday night. So disappointing in that, and especially since Saturday was such a high as well.
What can you attribute that sort of drop off down to? Because as you say, the performance levels on Saturday were so high, but to drop off in the manners that we did tonight at home as well in front of our own crowd.
I don't want to make any excuses. I just felt like we just didn't come out of the blocks well enough. First few clearances weren't good enough. We didn't run as hard. I don't know if Saturday was such a big event that we didn't think we needed to get up for this one. I can't put my finger on it, but I know as an 11 and the lads that came on that wasn't good enough today.
A key start is always important in games like this on these Tuesday nights, and well, going 2-0 down after 20, it certainly didn't help, did it? Especially
on a pitch like that where you have to really work hard to get your goals anyway. You know 2 goals is going to be hard to claw back in the first 20. It feels like you make a real hard game of yourself, as you saw at Cozil. They really struggled to get back in the game. Once they get 2 or 3-0 down, it makes it so difficult.
What was said at half time? Because 2-0 down, still very much in the game. You had a couple of nearly moments in the first half, but again, it seemed to just go into our shell after the break.
I can't lie, it wasn't anything good. I think we did have moments in the first half and then coming out into the second, but I don't think it was tactics. I think it was mentality stuff. We weren't getting to second ball, we weren't winning headers, we weren't tackling. It wasn't anything that I felt like the management could have done. It was just a flat performance from the team, which we need to do better with.
Strangely enough, with Rugby losing 6-0 tonight, you've actually gained a goal on them in the goal difference. You've not lost any points on them. You've still got the game in hand, so your fate is in your own hands. How important is it just to draw a line under this one and react quickly?
Massively, and we move on. And now we say that we've got 9 more opportunities to get ourselves out. We've got it in our hands, as you said. I think it's important to move on from these really quickly, like we did from Hinckley, to go and put a great performance in against Cozil. We've got 9 days off and then the Cup, so we're really looking forward to getting back started. Probably, I think we'll be itching to go.
And how do you look ahead to the next couple of weeks? Because it's not often you have like a 9-day break. You come back on a Thursday night game for a county cup game, and then 2 days after that, such a massive game in the league.
Yeah, it's a weird one, but it's something that we've just got to prepare for. We'll train hard as we've done for the last 2-3 months, and everything that we want to look for on the Thursday and the Saturday we'll put in place in training, and as a team bounce back as much as we can.
Well, thanks for your time, Ryan. We really appreciate your honesty.
Thank you, guys.
Well, Michael, I think that's a prime example of the highs and lows in football. Our biggest win is followed by our biggest defeat. Where are your emotions at after that?
Yeah, I think you summed it up. Yeah, it just brings us back down to earth, I think. Obviously, the highs of Saturday and today is frustrating because we just didn't get stuck. We just didn't start the game well enough, and we were punished for it. And then against a good side like that, they're gonna put you to the sword, unfortunately.
We often speak about how we can, impose ourselves on games, but just to mention for Quorn, obviously a fantastic performance from them. They've come into this game off with 4 straight wins, and they look a fantastic side, don't they?
Oh, yeah, thoroughly deserved the victory, and I think we can't come away from that. We weren't good enough. We didn't give ourselves a good account of ourselves, but this is what happens. If you do that against good teams like that, they will punish you. And the beauty of it is, look, the boys have been excellent for the last 6 weeks to give themselves that opportunity to have an off day, which they had. Results went our way, so we're still in the thick of it, and look, that's what we've got to look at. We'll dissect the game tomorrow, but ultimately now we've got 9 days till the next game, and we'll work hard and we'll be ready for them.
I know it feels pretty raw right now. We're speaking fresh after full time, but why do you feel that the levels dropped so dramatically after what was a fantastic performance on Saturday?
I just think, like I said, it's full credit to Quorn. I think they come here and they were very physical with us, and at times they overpowered us all over the pitch. We'll be honest with that. I'll hold the hands up with that. We needed to be stronger at certain points, especially that first 15-20 minutes where we were camped in our box, and it was important that we didn't concede, and conceded a poor goal for the first one, and then the second one sums the whole night up. It was no one wanted to go put their head on the ball and stop the ball from going in on net effectively.
Non-league throws up so many surprises. Rugby have obviously lost by more goals than us tonight, so we've gained on the goal difference. We've got 3 points behind them with that game in hand as well. How important is it now that we just draw a line under this and show a reaction next week?
That's it, Joe. Spot on. I think you can't change the result now. Like I said, we can only learn from it, and we will do. We'll all sit down and we'll dissect it tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and That's the beauty of football. Like we said, we're still in it. We're 3 points off it. Got that game in hand. Nothing's changed. So we've got to stay positive. You got to think. 6 weeks ago, we was 15 points adrift, and we are now 3 points with a game in hand. It's a testament to these players. They're good players, and they're allowed to have that off night. We've had that off night now. We regroup. We build that confidence again, and we just go again.
It's another weekend off, which obviously isn't ideal. I'm sure after a defeat like this, you'd much rather have a game to go straight back into. But how do you approach those 2 games next week? Because you've obviously got the Hillier Cup game just 2 days before that big league game against Lye. That can't be ideal.
No, it is what it is, unfortunately. But I'm going to have a chat with the relevant people, because for me, I think keeping the football club in step 4 will take priority. So whether that is however we play it, if we bring some young lads in and give them a shot in the first team, we'll have discussions with that. But ultimately, look, we need to keep this club in the division that we're in, and that, like I said, that will take precedence at the moment. 9
games to go in the league after this one. As I say, your fate is still in your hands. The confidence in that group, do you feel like it's been shot at all tonight, or do you still feel as though there's still enough confidence and belief and ability to get out of the situation?
I think no chance of that. I think if we was going to have that, we probably would have had that after the Gresley result here, and they've continued to show the fight, and they've got their rewards from it. There's 9 games left, and we're still in the thick of it. So look, it's the beauty of football. We've got 9 big cup finals now to go, and we'll have the odd night. We know we won't win all 9, but we need to give ourselves the opportunity going into every game to give ourselves the maximum chance of winning as many games as we can to get out of this, and hopefully, like I said, that last game of the season, be comfortable enough and we can go and enjoy it.
Well, thanks for taking the time to come to speak to us as always.
Thank you.